Which leads me to the last thing that I hate, or the
Uh-huh.
things I don't love.
What don't you love,
Thing
girl?
that I do not love.
Mm.
Y'all, I do not love that I spent 5 hours of my life listening to ReesaTeesa on TikTok
Oh
share
God.
her life story. And I do not love the fact that she had to go through this.
So I
Um,
so I walk into the room
yeah.
and you got your phone your phone up on you. I look at this video. This lady's talking so slow,
I had to
and I
put it on
look
two
at it, and
times.
then I see part 27. I'm like, what are you watching? That's over 27 parts, or at least 27 parts.
It's a 50-part
50 parts.
series on TikTok.
Okay, so
Shall I explain?
yes, talk to these people who haven't seen this or haven't heard of
Yeah.
this.
Y'all need to get TikTok. If there was ever a time to be on TikTok, the time is now. I'm not kidding. Download TikTok now so you can know what I'm talking about. So,
Okay.
this TikTok user named ReesaTeesa, we don't know her real name. That's a social media name.
Hmm.
Created a 50-part TikTok series. On her page, there are 50 10-minute videos of her explaining the her relationship with her ex-husband. The title of the series is Who TF?
Mm. Who the F?
Who the F did I marry? Right?
Uh-huh.
It's giving Lifetime already. So you know I'm invested. So here's the
How'd you
story.
find this?
That's the beauty of TikTok. I don't know. One day I opened up my phone
Uh-huh.
and there was this woman, part 1, Who the F did I marry?
Okay.
And I was like,
Now,
oh,
who
this
the
is
F did I
interesting.
marry?
Yeah.
That's gonna get you.
That's gonna get me every
You're like,
time.
who did she
Who
marry?
did she marry? I didn't think it was going to be a 50 post series,
Uh-huh.
but follow me. So, this woman, I'm assuming she's in maybe her late 30s, early 40s. You can't tell with black women age like fine wine.
Black don't crack.
Black don't crack.
Especially in February.
Like, especially, like, honestly,
No, black don't
especially
crack.
in February. Oh, boom, boom,
Yeah.
very good. But anyway, so she had met this man on multiple dating apps, but they had matched
Hinge,
on
right?
one. Yeah, Hinge or whatever. They'd met. They liked each other. And this is before the pandemic. So this is
Oh,
in
pre-pandemic.
pre-pandemic, right before the shutdown, 2020.
Mm.
She marries this man less than a year later, but we'll get there. So she meets this man. He is like doing it up, right?
Mm.
He's saying all the right things. He seems to have a good job, right? He works as a condiment company as a manager. He eventually becomes, she doesn't name
Condiment
the
company.
condiment company. He
Is it
later becomes the
Heinz?
VP. He is a divorcee from California,
Oh,
right?
so
He
he's
moved to
committed.
Georgia. They're in Georgia, by the way, which, by the way, we already told you Atlanta is the scammer capital of the world, and this confirms
You
it.
should have been on high alert.
Should have been on high alert, but anyway, he's recently divorced and moved to Atlanta for the opportunity for the condiment company. He's got money. He's mature,
Uh-huh.
and most important, ladies, he's ready to be married. He's ready to settle down.
He's ready to settle down.
And so what
Sounds like
happens
a king of kings.
a king of kings. And so what happens is the pandemic happens. Everything has to shut down. 2.5 weeks into the relationship, she's like, oh my gosh, what are we going to do? I care for you so much. He's like, you know what? Why don't I move in with you? I'll move in with you and we'll just, rock out the pandemic together. So Miss
They're married
ReesaTeesa,
at this
not
point?
yet. This
I
is
mean,
2.5 weeks into the relationship. They move in with each other.
2.5 weeks. Wait, don't move past this.
Yes, 2.5 weeks into the
2.5
relationship.
weeks since they met
Yes.
and coupled up.
They move in together.
Moving in.
They move in together.
2.5 weeks.
Yes, we've made that. We've established that.
I believe that.
2.5 weeks. They move in together. The world is on a
That's
shutdown.
a thing I don't love.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
2.5
I don't
weeks.
love y'all moving in with somebody 2.5 weeks, but it's the pandemic times, right?
Okay.
And Miss ReesaTeesa admits herself that she says it's not me, that she was desperate and really wanted to be married. And so this idea of this
Okay.
man coming into her life, things moved very quickly. She felt very good about it. All that to say, y'all got to watch these 50 parts, but this man lied about everything. He lied about his job.
Okay.
He lied about his family. He lied about himself. He lied about there are people in his life that he said he was interacting with on the phone on a daily basis. Those people have been dead for years. Yeah. There are people that he said got COVID and died. those people didn't exist.
It's a bunch of unnecessary
Yeah,
lies too.
this man was putting in offers on homes during the pandemic, a very difficult time to buy a home, putting offers in on a home, and the man didn't have $50 to his name. At one point, he convinced her and a realtor that he had an all-cash offer for a $700,000 home because he had money stacked away from when he played arena football. And that money was going to buy.
Arena football is not paying you enough to have $700K.
Let Mr. Liar tell it. Yes, it does.
It's a great sport. It's a
Yes,
great
it does.
sport. But they ain't paying like that.
Yes, they are. According to Mr. Liar, yes, they were. So this is the type of lying that was happening
The
here.
most egregious, I don't know if you were about to talk about this,
Go
but
ahead.
this is what bothered me the most.
Go for it.
So he claimed he had some like luxury vehicle, and that but she'd never seen his vehicle.
It wasn't his luxury vehicle. The thing was, when he got promoted to VP at the condiment company, which we later find out he was never
doing
VP
air quotes
at.
for the
Yeah,
listeners. Very dramatic. You should see the strain on her fingers. VP.
It must be done. Come to find out, he was a temp forklift driver for this condiment company.
Okay.
But when he was promoted to VP, he got a company car. $90,000 was the limit. He decided on a BMW X5. She never saw said car because he said that he wasn't comfortable driving the car back to their spot. So what he would do is...
This is what drives me insane.
He would take his Ford Taurus, which he did own, drive it to another location where the car was
like
stashed
a garage
at,
or some sort.
and then go take the
Switch
X5
cars.
to work. But then drive the X5 every day back to the garage.
Switch cars.
And take the Ford Taurus back to their house.
Let me tell you why this is so annoying. Who got time for that type of logistics?
Nobody has time.
Who got time for that type of logistics?
It's
Your
not true.
commute is then extended by that much to go in and switch cars. No. At that point, just drive the Taurus there. If this was real,
just
drive the Taurus to the office. Just don't even take the car. Just give them the car back. Because who's gonna live through that? And what? That's just so annoying of a lie.
So silly.
That's so silly. Who in their right mind has the patience to switch cars mid-commute?
But this
as I'm driving a car, I'm not.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna switch a car mid-commute.
But you're not a pathological liar, so it doesn't make sense for you.
I like how that's the one thing that I'm mad about.
You're not mad about the fake offshore accounts. You're not
the
mad
lies about buying a home.
Oh my gosh, you're not mad about that.
It's the lie about his commute.
That's
what bothers me so much.
I get that because it's unreasonable.
It's unreasonable. It's so outrageous.
Yeah.
Who's doing that?
No one's doing that.
I digress.
No. So that was one of the many things that he lied about. And I think this entire story, again, you guys find it. It's ReesaTeesa on TikTok. The story is riveting. She's a wonderful storyteller. And I think what I do not love the most about all of this.
What don't you love?
Is that throughout all of this, she showcases an endearing amount of accountability. Like throughout the whole thing, she's like, I know this was a red flag. I know I was stupid. I know I ignored this. But what I don't love the most is she also admits that she was so desperate to get married. And again, not my words. I would never use that language, but she used it. She wanted so badly to be married and to start a family, and she thought it was her turn. She wanted to be the woman with the husband with a good job. She wanted to be the woman with the husband who was taking her on trips. He said they was going to London, child. That never happened.
Apparently she loved London.
She loved London.
I've never heard.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
No, please. No, go ahead.
I had never heard someone love London that much.
Very foggy. Bad
she was like listing all the attributes of London
it's like, all right,
she was drawn to. I'm not trying to yuck anybody's yum. I'm not trying to yuck anyone's yum.
Yeah.
I'm just not that interested in London.
But she was.
She was.
And her
and
husband,
the X5.
And the
she
X5.
listed that a lot.
Yeah. She also. Oh yeah. He also promised her a BMW. Dark blue cognac interior. And that never arrived.
A lot of promises.
That's
a red flag
of which
of a liar.
Came
promises
through. Yeah.
You could just do.
Yeah.
Just do.
You don't have to say you're going to do it. You just got to do it. But yeah, so I think the saddest part for me was hearing her say that. And the thing that I don't love for sure is like, I hate the amount of pressure that is put on women to find a partner because that some way makes you more valuable. The unspoken thing is if you're not married and you're not married by a certain time, there's an issue, there's a concern. You're less valuable as a woman because you aren't married. This is not what I believe,
But that's the
but societal's
pressure. Yes.
expectations and those pressures will make people do dumb things. So it's interesting that like every one of these kind, didn't you see the red flags? Didn't you see the red flags? Yeah. She saw the red flags,
Yeah.
but also at the end of that, she saw a husband. And what was more important to her is having a husband. She even admits that when she would talk to her family and friends, she would put on a strong face. They would have a
Mm,
united front because she wanted everyone to believe that her marriage was doing well,
that's
despite the
rough.
fact that this man had lied about she was literally living with a stranger. But it was more important for her to try to hold this together because she wanted so badly to be married. And I want us to release ourselves of that narrative. Now, do I understand how interesting that comes from me being a person who just happened to find my person very young? I've been married for about 5 years. I've known Greg for 12, 13, 14-ish years.
Yeah.
We found each other very young. We married relatively young, I suppose.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say young. We were like almost
Late
30,
20s. Yeah.
like 27, 28, 28, 29, 28, 29.
Yeah.
So I understand how privileged I am to be with a person that I know is my person and I love my person, all that. I get that. But I also know what it felt like to not be married when I felt like I was supposed to be married, right?
Yeah.
There was
Yeah.
a
Yeah.
season of
You
my
had
life where
your
we were dating
uh-huh.
and I
Those.
thought we were supposed to be married sooner.
Yeah.
And that expectation of me feeling like we should have been married sooner were very difficult times.
Yeah. It was a lot of pressure. You had
Yeah,
a
a
lot of
lot of
pressure
pressure
on
on
yourself.
me because I felt like I've been with
Oh,
this
yeah.
guy 2 years, 3 years, whatever. Oh, we should be
Yeah.
married by now. Forget the fact that we're 24. But like
Yeah.
somehow because I've been in a
Yeah.
relationship with this guy for so long, I'm supposed to be married. And
Yeah.
what happens if we don't get married? Like it is unreasonable. And I feel like it puts this pressure on women to potentially open them up to bad decisions
Mm-hmm.
because the goal is to be married, not to find the person who loves you, respects you, trusts you, and protects you, not to be with
It's
the
just
person who you
marriage at
know
all
for sure is
costs.
your person. You just need to be married. I don't love that for us, and I did not love that for her. And that is 100% the thing that I don't love about the situation. But despite the fact that I love the series and I
Oh
recommend
yeah,
you
and you're
watch it.
gonna once I guarantee you this is gonna be
Woo!
a television show.
It has to
It has to be
be.
episodic.
It has to be an episodic series
Episodic.
because, guys, when I'm telling you the lies that this man was telling this woman.
Mm.
Oh, by the way, one of the biggest lies to me and the craziest thing is
Okay.
that this man said he told this woman that he had 3 brothers and 2 sisters.
Yeah.
After digging up obituaries of dead grandmas and everything else,
Mm.
she comes out to find out that not only does this man not have 2 other sisters, he only has 2 siblings, an older brother and another brother. One of those brothers is a twin.
Mm.
Never once did he mention that he was a twin. And guess what the twin is? A married VP
Of a condiment company.
of a condiment. No, we don't know, but where he works. But like, it's like his brother is living the life that he wants, and he's like pretend. Y'all, it's
It's
deep.
rough.
It's deep. It's deep.
And also, it's like that's such a. Now I know this is not a well person
Mm-hmm.
to lie about something, but to lie about like little things that it's
Yeah.
not that deep.
Yeah.
You know, to lie about the car that you drive, it's like
It's crazy.
I wonder what pressure this man thinks that he's under to think that having a Ford Taurus is not good enough. Like just being a forklift operator is not good enough. Because I guarantee you,
Yeah.
that girl would have held him down
Mm.
in his as who he is.
Mm-hmm.
Because I mean, she clearly the standards were enough for her.
She was
just like,
ready.
I just want to get married.
She just wanted to get married.
So I don't know what kind of demons and pressure he had on himself to feel like he could not just be himself in his true self,
Mm-hmm.
you know, and he had to create this fake person
Mm-hmm.
that and it's very materialistic too.
Very. She
A
even
lot of
said that
a lot
he
of
would brag
materialistic
about his
things
things, like how
that
much he had.
like I think some guys think girls care about. And one of the most humbling things
Mm-hmm.
that I've learned through
Yeah.
experience
Sure.
is when I bought a quote unquote cool car.
Mhm.
And the reality of a car is that the only people that care about your car are other guys. No woman can't tell
That's
between
so
a
true.
3 Series and an M3.
Mhm.
Women don't know the difference between a C class and a C63.
Oh.
Look at Lexus just like she don't know what the difference is.
Yeah.
She just women don't care. Is the car reliable?
Yeah.
Is it relatively modern?
Mhm.
Is it safe? Is it
Mhm.
clean?
Yeah.
That's all.
That's probably
So,
true.
like, to think that,
Some.
like, there is I guess I'm not gonna be ignorant to the fact that there are a lot of people that are very label-centric and things
Mhm.
like that, but is that the person you want?
Yeah. Is that your
But
person?
the
Could be.
majority of women, they kinda just know the mark of the brand of the
Yeah.
car.
Mhm.
That's about it.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of them don't care. I think a lot of women are just looking for good guys that
Mhm.
are gonna show up and
Mhm.
protect them and provide for them.
Yeah.
And providing for a woman looks different. It's
Yeah,
not
that's true.
just how much your paycheck is. It's
Mhm.
also in all 360 degrees of life.
Yeah.
Protection and providing of safety, of hope and confidence
Mhm.
and all the things.
All the
But
things.
yeah, that was the thing I didn't love is just the materialistic lies
Yeah,
and the
material. I'm
the
telling you,
it's like
Atlanta's
it's
the scammer capital of the world, and I'm not going to down Atlanta because it's literally like a black
I love Atlanta.
metropolis at this point.
I love Atlanta, and it's Atlanta just feels so
Yeah, Atlanta
give me
is
some
good.
hookah
Yeah,
at a
some wangs.
at a section,
Wow, a
a
section.
section at church. They got sections at church in
That's
Atlanta. Get you a
crazy.
section, some hookah. That's a
That's
pop. Oh,
crazy.
that's gonna be an idea. We should open up a church like that.
Shh, don't say it too loud. We can do
This is
it.
audio copyright. Audio copyright. Don't
We're doing it. We did it first.
sections,
Yes.
bottles of holy water.
Oh, a little bit of
Well, what's wrong with wine? Oh, it's a little too
no, it's a little
drunkenness.
too
You can't
much.
be too
But
drunk.
you can do the little juice that you be getting on communion.
Commu-
You do a little
we have bottle girls. This is the best. We get
Yeah,
shut
this
down.
is getting out of
This is
hand.
getting a little demonic. But yeah, I love Atlanta, but it's
Yeah.
unfortunate that it has that stigma.
I do because I think a lot of people go to Atlanta with a lot of hopes because it is a
Mm.
new and up and coming city.
So
There's
like
so much opportunity
like
there.
re
Rebrand
rebrand
yourself. You can
themselves,
do it
start
there.
over,
Yes, Atlanta is very much a city of
especially in the
opportunity.
South. Yeah.
Yeah, in the South. And I think with that though comes individuals who are faking it to make it.
Mm,
But I think I will note for this individual, I don't want to give him too much because when she and last thing I'll say on this, when she actually did connect with his family, nobody messed with him.
mm,
Everyone knew him to be a liar since birth.
yeah.
So the thought is that this man has some sort of mental issue. Like
Mm,
there's something more than just him stunting to get a girl. He's been lying his entire life. There was no one that she reached out to that knew him that wanted anything to do with him and
yeah.
could care less whether or not he showed up ever again. So yeah,
Also, I
just
hope
wanted
he
to know
gets
that.
the help that he needs.
Yeah, that's
Because that's not a
crazy.
life worth living.
And
Just
also,
like
you don't want to be
lying
hurting
on top
people
of
like
lie,
that.
and just for yourself, that's exhausting.
Yeah, he was 3 wives in acting. Oh, that's another thing. She was his 3rd wife. Child, y'all gotta watch the series. I don't
Mm.
have time. Watch the
But yeah,
series. Thing I
but
don't love.
at the end of the day,
Mhm.
Lovers and Things
Yeah.
is a consumer advice platform. So we
Mm.
have prepared.
Yes.
We've done the due diligence and
Hello, because we
prepared
love y'all. We
some
lay y'all down.
some essentials
Mhm.
for avoiding a pathological liar.
Ah, yes.
Yes.
We're gonna provide you guys with the things you need to stay out of the mess.
Right,
Okay?
and that is our what is it? What's it?
Things we love.
Shimmer,
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 shimmer.
shimmer, shimmer, sha, sha,
Ba,
sha,
ba,
sha, sha.
ba.
So the first thing that I'm going to
What's the
recommend,
thing you love?
thing we love, is some mental health support. Now listen, we all need it. This is not a dig on anyone. We all need someone to talk to. You
Mhm,
can talk to friends, you can talk to family. You got a wonderful relationship with your personal higher being. That's cool. But there's nothing like talking to a mental health professional
oh,
who
yeah.
has no stake in the game,
Mhm,
who is looking at your life, understands you, and is like, maybe we can make some different decisions. And so, mental health support therapy is something that we definitely recommend, whether or not you're going through a crisis. Therapy isn't just for people who are going through crisis; it's for anyone who just wants an ear and some support. But it's not always easy to find the right provider. Sometimes you got to go in person. It's a lot of work. You've got a full schedule. We were
mhm.
just talking about our 9 to 5 being a whole
Yeah,
day. Like,
and the
when am I
9/11, you already
talking?
lost 2 hours from
Yeah.
9 to 11, that's
Like, when
gone.
am I talking to this therapist? We are going to recommend BetterHelp.
Mm,
BetterHelp is an online service that will connect you with a therapist. And you guys can have your digital sessions. You can do your own thing, but you get to chat with your therapist on your time.
Yeah.
right, during a schedule that works for you, and it's all digital. It's all digital. So I think that is a great sort of little resource to have in your pocket.
Oh, definitely.
Because you don't have to be going through life alone. And like in the case of ReesaTeesa, she did not want to tell her friends and family that she was going through.
Mm.
She didn't want to tell, and I get it. I get
Yeah.
it. You grown, your marriage is your marriage. Had she had someone to talk to, maybe things would have turned out differently.
Yeah, maybe she would have
Maybe
been
she
better
wouldn't have made the
equipped
same
to
mistakes.
handle this.
Yeah, better equipped. So BetterHelp, check out betterhelp.com, and check them out, you know?
That's a good one.
I
Yeah.
think so.
Yeah, when
We
dealing
all
with
need support.
yeah, especially when dealing with a pathological liar.
Woo, because child, you got to be able to weed through the
Mm.
lies. There's so many lies.
Yeah. And on the note of lies,
Yeah.
found this amazing tool
Mhm.
on Amazon.com.
Go for it.
It's a $15 lie detector test.
Get out my face, McGee.
It's a lie detector test. Y'all,
Why are you this out of control?
I submit that everyone should have one of these in their home.
Uh-huh.
Keep it somewhere safe.
An actual lie detector kit.
A full-on lie detector. Pull it out when you need it.
I know that's right.
A lie detector test, y'all.
I'm finna order one to the house today.
It's simple. It's a small little thing. It's a small little thing, and you put your hand on it. Let me read this thing. You place your hand on the hand plate of the shocking liar.
Okay.
So,
That's what
I
it's
don't know. I
called?
guess that's called shocking.
Yo, this
Okay.
is wild.
Press the reset button and
Uh-huh.
keep your hand still. The person being interrogated should keep. This is what they should be doing.
Okay, the liar.
Not you, the questioner. You don't got to put your hand because you're not being tested.
Right.
So
you're truthful.
You're the interrogator. You're the interviewer.
Right.
So put them, and then they put their hand on this lie detector thing.
Mhm.
You press the analyzer button. Analyzer button.
Okay.
The machine will monitor the person's vital statistics.
The baseline.
Let me get through. Vital statistics.
Baseline's important.
Baseline's important.
Yeah.
To be used as a point of comparison during questioning.
Ooh.
This is amazing, guys.
For $15?
Yeah. If you tell the truth, no shocking.
Okay.
And you can move out your head safely.
Wait, it shocks you?
No. But if you tell a lie, you will be shocked by electric.
Stop
This
it.
is the worst. The lie you say, bigger, more lights on. So it has 5 LEDs.
This is crazy.
And as you lie, it will punish you more heavily by electric shock or vibrate. I don't know.
Oh.
Warm reminder.
Oh.
This is not a professional polygraph tool, so there's no accuracy of a polygraph, but this is a very fun and great toy. I guess I shouldn't have read that. But it's a lie detector, at-home lie detector test. Get one of these, $15. What can you lose?
Yeah, what can you lose? Y'all need to start weeding out these lies early.
Test them out.
Yeah, y'all on Hinge and all that kind of stuff. Go and put their hands on the little thing.
Put your hand on a thing. That's the thing I love.
I love
is the $15 lie detector test. Linked
below. Okay, I got one.
Uh-huh.
One of the things that I love because, and this, I'm going to say this is particularly for my girlies because I'm a girl's girl. This is for my girlies. We need to start strengthening our investigative skills.
Well, first off, women's investigative skills are already.
I know, but I mean, we've just got to make sure that it's, top tier at all times.
Okay.
You got to strengthen yourself. You got to work those muscles. Iron sharpens iron.
There's always room for
improvement. So what I'm going to recommend is a detective toolkit.
Oh boy.
Also available on Amazon.com. Just a fun little exercise to strengthen your skills. You know what I mean? You got to figure out through this kit who done it, right?
Okay.
So I think it's the perfect little something to at least try it out. It comes with a magnifying glass, a pencil, a 40-page notebook, 8 evidence tags, spy challenges, a spy pen, fingerprint toolkit. Listen.
Wow.
This is what you need to get your mind right before you start dating.
When you're sleuthing, you need a spy glass.
You need a spy glass. And them 40 pages with all the lies he telling you, girl, it's going to fill up overnight. It's going to fill up overnight. Yes. So I'm just saying, this is what you need in your arsenal. Go ahead and get it, girl.
Okay.
Go ahead and get it. And before you start dating, make sure you're ready. And iron sharpens iron.
Because I'm going to tell you one thing.
Telling you.
The amount of sleuthing A woman does. Once a new man is introduced to the circle,
And you can never be too sure.
it's a full background
It's
check.
crazy.
You know, they're checking you if you're on a no-fly list. They're no stone is left unturned.
Yeah, and you'll know what to do. See, what sis didn't do was run the background check first. She ain't run the background check until after they got married. With
Yeah.
this toolkit, you gonna know what to do in the order. You know, do the background check first.
I like the spyglass. I
Yeah.
like that. You know,
I
you
think
never
that
know,
just
you gotta spot some fingerprints.
it brings it all together for me.
Yeah, and then you couple that with the lie detector test. So you
Absolutely.
gather your evidence.
Wow.
With the see, this is why we're doing the Lord's work.
The Lord's work. We're doing this for you.
We are. So you get your lie detector kit.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, you get your sleuthing kit.
Mm-hmm.
Gather your evidence.
Yeah.
Then you're ready for your line of questioning.
Ooh, because you know what to ask.
His hand is on the lie detector test.
Yep.
You spot yourself a liar.
You're
real fast.
yourself a liar immediately. I love this for us.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
And I think to round off this, you know, sometimes, you know, at the end of the day, you have to be equipped with some anecdotal evidence.
Period.
You know, sometimes life imitates art and vice versa. So there are some great programs that you should watch in preparation for your sleuthing.
You've got to study up.
One of which is Sherlock Holmes.
Oh,
you should definitely watch that. That's streaming online wherever it's streaming.
Classic.
And the show on Netflix, the show about the stalker.
Very good, McGee.
You know, get all that anecdotal. Watch those shows. Get ready when you're dating. That's the first thing you should watch. Definitely.
Yeah.
When dating someone, watch you.
Yeah.
So you can be prepared to spot the signs.
You know, because Joe was saying all the right stuff too.
Joe?
Wasn't that his name?
Sure.
Is it Joe? I think his name was Joe.
Yeah,
he was saying all the right things.
He was saying all the right things.
Wow.
He would just magically appear on the right.
Yeah.
You know what they call those? They call those cute meets. This is a film technique. Cute meets.
What?
Cute meets. Cute meet. All right, let me put you on to some filming.
Okay.
Those in the industry now.
Please. Oh, excuse me.
So Cute Meet is a tool that rom-coms use to provide a coincidental meeting.
Oh wow.
So like, I'm going to the coffee shop and I bump into you.
Yeah.
Wow, Lex, what are you doing here at the coffee shop? Do you normally come here? What are you getting, a matcha? I didn't know. That's a cute meet. We bump into each other under unexpected circumstances.
And to the girl, the universe orchestrated in her favor.
Yeah, watch out for those cute meets.
Oh, wow.
You was all about cute meets. He'd run into the girl at the park running.
Always.
Oh, wow.
Literally
this
at the
is your route
store.
As well?
You too?
It's meant to be.
Child, the lies.
Yeah, stay woke.
Oh my
gosh. Woke, y'all.
And on that note, my last thing that I love for y'all, also for your research, for your studying, for your exam of lies, the Tinder Swindler.
Oh.
Now this is a documentary. So this is a documentary. I watched it in a day, as I do most things.
Oh boy.
And it is about this one guy who was meeting girls on Tinder, being all romantic, saying the right things. He was very rich, honey, or at least he pretended to be, was buying the girls things, blah, 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 blah. Then all of a sudden he'd be like, oh my gosh, I'm waiting on a business deal to come through. Do you mind if I borrow $15K? Because he's shown you that he got money. He done flew you here, he done flew you there, and got all this stuff.
Yeah, he had the pictures on the private plane.
Yeah, pictures on the private plane. He looked like he had it.
He had the what's that belt?
The Gucci belt.
No, was it Hermes?
Hermes? The H?
One of those gaudy belts.
I don't know.
But he had it.
He had it. Let you know that
That's how you know you got money. You got that belt. You got that big old belt buckle.
He was coined up. So he would be like, hey, can I just borrow $15,000 from you?
Just like 15?
I'm gonna give it back. You know I'm good for it.
Like 15.
And because he done flown you here, there, and everywhere, you're like, sure, babe, I can give you $15,000.
Because he's good for it, right?
He's good for it, right? Would disappear and you'd never see him again. The reason why he was able to have money to give you was because he was swindling everybody else. It was a circle of swindling going on.
It's actually pretty clever. That's
very clever. I mean, that's top tier scamming. If I was ever going to do a scamming,
that's pretty smart.
That's great.
But no, we don't suggest. We're not recommending anyone to do that.
Not condoning. I'm just saying for your research, watch the Tinder Swindler and just get up on your A game, ladies, because it's rough out here.
Yeah, sharpen that sword, ladies. Sharpen that sword with those things that we love.
Absolutely.
Links will be below.
As we always do.
Wow, that's great. I feel I feel good. Oh, my
I feel
phone
like
is
we bless the people. I
yeah, I
think
feel good
one of
when
our
we,
missions
like
in life is to, support our community. So,
yeah, and it's great to be able to give back in this
yeah,
way.
yeah, yeah. We're so selfless.